Hey, what's up? This is Amazin.reacts, reacting to a brand new video on my channel. Today's video is titled "The Biggest Group of Red Pill Losers Got Together." So I have been seeing this. I believe they got in a lot of trouble for this. I think it was either in LA or California. Wherever they were at, where the situation happened, I think they were playing the Kanye song at a restaurant. I think that's what sparked it off. And it may be some more stuff that he'll get into in this video, but I think this is pretty much where it stems from. But we're gonna check it out and see what went on.
Now, personally, I can't even believe that I'm doing this, but I really want to test the levels of unemployed we really are on this channel and this community.
Everybody seems to be using that
Reveal
word.
that the Red Pill Avengers, the biggest losers on the internet.
Yeah, I did see that video with all of them, and they AI edited so everybody had on like Avengers uniforms. I did see that. That was funny.
Together, went to the club, and honestly, it opens up a lot of conversations about just how lame they are and their audience, of course.
Yeah, see that. Yeah, that's what it was. They were playing. I thought they were doing it at a club or something. Now, what did the services provide the vehicle like not mess with them anymore? But it is what it is. When it comes to like all these guys, when it comes to like the red pill, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I just hate the red pill like everybody else seems to have like an unnatural hate toward them. I do think that they mix truth with a whole bunch of toxic masculinity, and when you put it together, for some reason that equation it creates incels, and I think that's the problem with the red pill group. But let's go. I just don't understand like why they think this is cool or tough or anything.
And this is arguably
Cause the way Sneako like looked at the camera like, huh, you thought we wouldn't do it. Like, I guess, man. That all right, baby. That's tough if y'all think so.
some of Kanye's worst music in the world. It's actually amazing that
Don't get me started on Kanye. Kanye is somebody I really do not like.
you know what? We'll just continue on to the video.
He just ain't the same no more. He changed. Kanye is out of there.
Fuentes, Sneako, and some Waller dude. Oh, and of course Myron and Walter from Fresh and Fit hit the town. And when I tell you that is the worst blunt rotation I've ever actually heard in my life, it's actually kind of scary. A gang of losers, grifters, look maxers, and ignoramuses looking for social media fame. Starting off with that weirdo bus ride where you can really tell whose heart is in the grift still. Now, for what it's worth, and I've got to give a round of applause to Myron. Out of anybody that I actually see on these buses, him and Nick Fuentes have got to be at the top of the list of people who probably are committed to this for real, for real. Like, it's actually believable that they think these things. Everybody else, especially Sneako in this regard, is a clear grifter. Sneako can't even find the balls to say those words when they.
To be honest, Sneako out of all of them, I feel like he's the one that like I ain't gonna say I'm just like if I had to like rate him between like I don't know horrible to asshole. I think Sneako is just like a asshole. I don't think he just like I don't think he like Myron and the other guy Nick Fuentes, which I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes he be making some good points too. But I think when it comes to like the realm of content creation, I think that's where it goes because sometimes Myron probably about the only one who sounds like completely stupid. But the other ones, they'll say like sometimes they'll say stuff that has a pretty good point, but then it's like in order to get that point across, they have to go like really hard with the rage baiting and say something really outrageous. So it makes you just even the point that they made that's kind of good. You just like, man, f this guy. I ain't trying to hear that. But that seems to be all of the problem.
Zoom the camera in on it. I think that's intentional because he's the one who everybody was probably the most shocked to see there that night, you know, especially after he went on his Muslim journey. He's reinvented the wheel. He's done all these different things. He's gotten his Rico signed by a lot of different content creators like Agent Double Zero. Yeah, bro. They said he was pressing them to ban certain people and shit like that. And me personally, bro, I don't give a fuck if I disagree with that guy. I just think like you silence everybody disagree with that. Like what is at that point? It's not about expressing yourself. It's expressing what they want you to express. So, yeah, anyway, I'm glad you're free, my nigga. Yeah, I appreciate that. You've always stayed real, man. I appreciate what you said about Palestine, of course, man. You're doing great things, man. It's been a long time since we linked up. But now seeing him in a bus full of racist, white
Oh man, and he went back.
weirdos. People wanted to
Said,
know.
"No, nah, I'm going back to the incel
And I
group."
am not saying the N word or or anything like that, I'd say he's still in grift mode. But what if I told you that the night gets way worse? They eventually go to a nightclub to sing the infamous song by Kanye. That's right, they convinced a mic.
That's the thing. I think like they were doing that for like click because the first time they did it on the bus, I think it probably would call like it was just them just doing it for like the likes and stuff. And then once they got in the club, they was like, "Oh, people like this. It's bringing traction. We're gonna do it again on a grander scale."
Miami DJ to play HH in a community where there are a bunch of black, brown, and Jewish people.
But I don't understand why this is a problem. They've been doing stuff like this though. Dang, even Andrew Tate kind of looking like, nah, I don't know about this. What y'all doing?
I mean, look at the club. You cannot give losers money. They're not doing this for women. They're doing this for the validation of themselves. Everybody in the club isn't even dancing or moving to the song because it's bad. Hell, even when they zoom in on Andrew Tate, he doesn't even look like he's in.
Yeah, I think he like, yo, y'all gotta chill.
In Andrew Tate in this situation is because, for what it's worth, I think they are arguably the smartest, at least out of the non-grifters.
I just said when it comes to Sneako and well, Andrew Tate, he about like Nick Fuentes. He'll say some stuff that got a good point, but then he'll put so much toxic masculinity or so much ignorance on it that you just kind of like, nah, I don't care to hear from him. But
For what
yes,
it's worth, I think they are some sort of pack leaders in these situations. Now, Nick Fuentes is really down that rabbit hole, and so is Myron. But Sneako opens up these guys' messages to a whole different fan base, and Andrew Tate is top G for these bros. Trust me, the leader is definitely not Walter. And it's also interesting because just a month ago, in a video that I think I'd taken down from YouTube, Sneako and Andrew Tate were having some sort of beef. So seeing them in the same room together, getting this nasty shit off was kind of amazing. Now, naturally, the internet didn't like this racist, white supremacist, white nationalist, Islamophobic bullshit that they were doing in their, spare time. Especially from Sneako. He's gone the whole Muslim route. He's devoted himself to changing his brand and changing his
yeah, I
image
wouldn't think
because it's not
it'd be
working. So he had to
anti-Semitic,
come and
wouldn't it? It
respond
wouldn't
to
be
the backlash.
Islamophobic. See, I think Sneako was doing that only because he had all of them there, so he kind of figured they'll take the weight off of him. So that's why he was doing it like so hard like that.
Be a tough stream. I have a lot to talk about.
Is he playing or is he for real?
What this is about.
Oh no, he playing.
I'm not sorry. You're mad because I listened to a song that was talking about World War II. Right. Something happened 80 years ago, almost 100 years ago. You would go to the club and you turn up and listen to all the music.
I ain't never listened to the song. Is it about World War II? And it was just the whole thing that they were doing was just about like promo or something for it.
Promoting and siding with the genocide that happens today in 4K, the most publicly televised genocide of all time. You don't see people open arms about that. You don't see the mayor of Miami writing a think piece about that, and clubs don't have to apologize, but they have to apologize for this song. Sneako, the argument is so weak, and let me break it down to you since you're supposed to be some sort of devout religious man. Even if somebody was publicly turning up in the clubs to genocides that are happening today, why does that then make it okay for you to do? Mind you, your leader is not the other people who you claim to be enemies, evil, committing atrocities, X, Y, and Z. Your leader is supposed to be, Allah. Your leader is supposed to be religious figures. Your leader is supposed to be somebody who lives righteously, not the people that you call corrupt and then justify you doing those actions because they do those actions. That doesn't.
Now I think it really was he's just trying to find like a scapegoat, so he used that as his scapegoat, which was a weak argument, only because like it just seems like you just use that argument just to try to like make it easier for yourself as far as like to behave the way you do. Now, when it comes to the whole situation between like Israel and Palestine, you can get into debate whether it's right or wrong. Me personally, I think it's wrong, but I also think it's wrong to like use that as your reason for why you feel like you want to disrespect race. Because what was going on, which he said it had something. The song was about World War II. I never listened to the song. I stopped listening to Kanye. I gave Life of Pablo a chance, but that was about it. And then I stopped listening to Kanye, so I don't know what the song is about.
Doesn't sound very religious to me. It also doesn't seem very religious to me that you keep platforming these known white supremacists. And this isn't me making any assumptions about people like Nick Fuentes. He has acknowledged that himself. So it doesn't make sense why you would hang around him in your one-off streams as you give.
It would make sense because they just trying to get they still trying to stay relevant.
The long lasting effects are, but at the same time, man, we're just a couple niggas hanging out. We're just going out. Niggas going hard as fuck. Yes, sir. Society can't handle it.
See, I don't like that. Like I feel like, bro, how you gonna let him play you and say that in front of you? Cause Sneako, he might not look it, but he is half black, and he just, I don't know, man. Nick Fuentes just eating it up, and the clavicular, he just probably in the back. Like these his role models, he gonna be horrible by the time he turned 25. He gonna be horrible, cause if these his role models.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so. These clowns are dressed like Tony fucking Soprano, just sitting there jerking each other off. Now, on the Tate side of things, at least he can acknowledge how ridiculous the look is. I'm assuming that this was a Myron situation where he plays the song or asks for the song to be played in order to gain some sort of brownie points with the cool kids in his life. You know, when these guys get around Andrew Tate, their dicks get hard, and so they try to use his name for clout. I didn't play it. I didn't ask him to play it. I didn't dance. I didn't sing. In fact, the only time you see me on there is me storming out of the bus saying this is ridiculous and leaving. But I know why it was played. It was played because of this. It was played because it gets traction in a world where everybody is bored of
Yeah,
everything all of the time. And that's why these young people are encouraged constantly to try and do the most shocking thing possible. You see this not just with this song, you see this on all their streams. They're running people over, doing retarded shit constantly. So
low key, he got a point. I ain't gonna lie, he's spitting on there. He's spitting on this. Dang, they must really got it. They must really call him. They must get sent the box call him because he do got a point, and I agree with everything he just said. With this moment about that's why they did it. It was just for the shock value, and he wasn't in the video with them on the bus. Even in the club, he was kind of looking like it was. That was like a smile, like man, y'all doing too much. So I don't know. I kind of feel him on this.
I'm not here to make excuses for myself. I'm not here to say it wasn't me. I'm not here to, blame someone else. Holy shit. That's actually a really, really good take by Andrew. The title of this video is
I said
probably
it too.
called something like, I can't believe people watch this. But Andrew Tate and I actually share some sentiments there. I thought I would never say that. These guys
Yeah, I know. I
use
feel
these
you on that.
moments in order to get a bunch of clicks and views. It's funny though, because they condemn like women who do OnlyFans where it puts appeal forward as a means to, drive traffic. But this is their titties. This is their
Yeah,
booty. This is their bare flesh for the degenerate dickheads who watch this type of content. They're trying to
facts.
get shock value because that's the only way that they can be culturally relevant in 2026. And I agree with Andrew. It actually is ridiculous. And the saddest part about it is it does pick up traction. Even now, reports are coming out that Kanye West is supposedly frustrated that this group of internet people played his banned song at these clubs, specifically because he's trying to move away from these controversies.
Well,
But
you
I don't
shouldn't have
think it
made the
was that
song then.
easily yet, yay. But yeah, that's what these losers do is they use other people's names to
Nah,
promote
yeah, you
themselves
have to
in a
hold
shock
that.
value
Yeah,
type
this
of
is
way.
what
I
you
don't think
created.
a loser DJ who played this off the hook. I'm glad he actually got fired, but it is actually fucked up that these dudes probably dangled the money in this guy's face in order to play this song in order to get him fired. Now apparently the mayor of Miami is involved. They're getting banned from these nightclubs by Jewish nightlife moguls in Miami, as shown by them on their Instagram story. And even Sneako, who has a party promoter
I mean,
friend,
what's
is
so bad
letting
about them
him
getting
know
banned by
he's basically
nightclubs?
banned from
Like,
all
do
hospitality
they have
groups
to go there?
throughout
They don't even
Nation.
really make
You know,
content
you're
in
making
clubs.
everything now, right? You smoked yourself. He's been in my vlogs. It's this promoter. He's been a friend of mine for a while. We've had back and forth. He's a Zionist, and he just said I'm banned from everything. A racist. Hey, what's up? I'm streaming right now. I can see that. You watching? No, I'm not. Oh, what's going? So I'm banned from everything. That's what I hear. From who? Who said that? You're banned from virtually all online and stream. I don't want my face on stream. Oh, okay, yeah. Just put your voice. Thank you, dickhead. You're virtually banned from every single hospitality group in the United States. As he should be. Like what? Tao Group, Weird Hospitality, Intrude Group. Virtually every restaurant, every venue, every nightclub, you're pretty much banned. You might be able to go to Applebee's. Anti-Semitic remarks and your absolute racism and your hatred towards Jews.
Dang, I didn't know.
We are friends. You don't want to be friends anymore? Your friend over here, man. Your anti-Semitism is blatantly disgusting. Oh wow. It's very, very offensive. You know, I've hosted you thousands of times, taking care of you. I've been a true friend. Hey, pay close attention to how Sneako's whole.
I'm gonna be honest. Uh, W got on the phone because I'm glad it wasn't one of those things where he had to find out about him just ignoring his call. So he told him straight up to his face how he felt. So I liked it.
face changes. And it's funny because he instantly on stream tries to turn his face on the phone to the camera because he thinks this is content. They think everything is a joke. They think that this is the way to continuously go viral and get the clicks and views. But as Sneako finds out in real time that, oh, no, 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 no. This dude, who I consider to be an actual friend who did favors for me, I probably did favors for him, was actually genuine with me,
Yeah,
acting is
that
distorted,
is kind of messed
like
up.
publicly. Like you can tell that Sneako doesn't think this is serious as he starts off with a laughing face, but quickly he realizes that oh no, this is a little bit serious. Literally every restaurant, every venue, every nightclub, you're pretty much banned for your anti-Semitic remarks and your absolute racism and your hatred towards Jews. I thought we were friends. We are friends. You don't want to be friends anymore. I haven't been your friend over a year, man. Your anti-Semitism is look at that face. Hold on. Um, it's very, very offensive. I posted you thousands of times. You still read social cues, I guess. True friend, and all I've ever received from you is hatred, racism, and just anti. When have I been racist or hateful?
When you
Sneak
did
up,
the
you're not
stuff in the
frustrating,
club,
gang. Snarky remarks, always.
I think his stuff when he been criticized, like he goes on a rant and criticizing like Israel and stuff like that. I think stuff like that, it's a lot of people doing it, and like from politicians to that. So I don't think that's why he was able to move the way he did. But it's just like when you're openly doing it as like a joke in that, because it wasn't like a political factor or he wasn't speaking from the heart when he was singing that song. It's just like being too goofy, and that's why the guy is like really ending the relationship. Because clearly they've been friends for a while, and he been going in on his rant about stuff been going on in the Middle East, and the guy was still friends with him. But when you do stuff like this, that kind of makes you realize, like, nah, he just a goofy. So that's probably why his friend, like, nah, we got to end the friendship.
It's always been against Jews. It's funny specifically for Sneako. I really don't care about the rest of the guys, but it's funny specifically for Sneako that he seems to not understand that consequences have actions. You can't say and do these things and feel as though like you can still have the privileges that everybody has, like access to YouTube channels, Twitch channels, etc., etc. Now, after consuming
Oh, he lost all of that too.
these clips over the weekend, the biggest conversation
Twitch,
that I
I
felt
think he
came out
always
of it
been
was
kind of
none of these
banned on
guys are
that.
racist. None of these guys are losers. None of these guys are part-time grifters. None of these guys are white
I
supremacists.
still
I
don't know
don't think
what
any of
grifter
that stuff. I
is.
already know who they are. I already know what they
I
do.
hear
I
it
already
used a
know all
lot.
these things. The real question is, who the hell is still watching this nonsense? So let me get this straight.
He do got a point.
As young conservative men, these are supposed to be right here. That's the lineup. These are supposed to be the individuals that we are not.
Now, one thing I will say, I heard about that group chat that was in like a Republican group chat, which they were saying crazier stuff than this. So people need to be following up on that and seeing that they banned just like them, because they were saying some crazy stuff there too, and they were like run. Eventually, they were supposed to run for like public office and stuff.
Not only to look up to allow into our psyches, but also to lead us into our future. These godless heathens back here, these guys who lack any sense of moral integrity, character, virtue. I mean, what we got here? We've got a PIMP. We've got a Mexican white supremacist. We've got a black white supremacist. That's crazy.
That's
We've got
crazy.
the system
That is
PIMP.
crazy.
And
I will say, out of all of them, Myron the only one who like legit is just like goofy. I don't know. Maybe he come up with some good points. Like the rest of them, they'll come up with some good points every now and then. They just say some outrageous stuff to make you just forget about their points. But Myron, the only one where I'm like, dang, he can't come up with a good. He just really just trying to fit in. Whatever this guy is. These are supposed to think about being known as whatever this guy is, leading us into the next phase. Yeah. This is America only, right? Christian nationalism. That's them. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I tried very hard to look for any sort of profile, social media account, or person who actually follows these guys with an actual face attached to their account. Now, of course, you have meme posts. Yeah, it probably ain't gonna be nobody that would actually be willing to say that they follow these guys or like listen to them and stuff like that, because they gonna hide who they are.
and the online degenerates that say that like, oh, Tate is still a god and Nick Fuentes is a boss and Tristan Tate is just top
See,
G
you
squared.
wilding if you
I
think
don't know
that.
what the fuck the terminology is. Ultimately, I know that those guys are rage baiters as well, and 90% of them are bot accounts. Even the conservative, comma racist, comma white nationalist people that I follow low key on a burner account on Twitter didn't even support these guys. They have toilet humor. You know, the toilets
They didn't support them because they can't be linked to that anti-Semitism stuff because you know they still probably taking money from over there.
toilet humor. It's actually the same jokes for the past umpteen years now, and this is getting so tiring. Listen to some of the stuff
That's a
that they
good
say
point.
in
I think
interviews over
maybe
the
this
past
whole
weekend.
era of movement that they
How are
going
they
to,
still doing this
it's
type of
over.
content, and who the fuck is watching
Like
this?
ain't nobody feeling it no more.
I can't because I'm no misogynist. I'm sorry. I know they all do, but I just. How are you? Say women suck. Right? Say women suck. Say women suck. I know you. Say women suck. Okay, I'll come take a photo.
Why do they pay these women to do this?
And see, that's what I'm saying.
All right, I'll go.
Listen, and see, that's what I be saying. Like, you remember earlier when he was saying all this stuff about why they was playing the song because of like clicks, and he was just talking about the immaturity of people still doing stuff like that. He'll say a good point like that, and then he'll do stuff like this where you just like, man, fuck this dude. It's like it's just about. I'm telling you, it's like truth, and then they pour in a whole bunch of toxic masculinity, and then it just the equation it creates incels.
I'll come in a second. Dude, education is for people that work for you. Correct. They make good grades because they care what people think about them. They're not smarter than you. No.
What?
They just they're do-gooders. They care what people think, and so they make sure it is. Also, education has nothing to do with school. You know, some of the smartest people I know, the most interesting people I know, with the most interesting life stories, who know the most, don't have any formal education. My kids obey me like fuck.
Yeah, I now he can say that, but you can't weigh it to the people who are educated compared to the people who are not, because it's probably way more people that are educated doing better than people who aren't. Now he can give you specific examples when that's the opposite, but if you put it on a scale, it's being educated is up there compared to being not educated.
Fucking soldiers. The daughters, the sons, everyone. It's fucking easy. But when the mom comes along and they know they can play games, my daughter sits there. Oh,
Look at Myron being a yes man. Look how he's sitting. He ain't even sitting like he bossed up.
okay. And she fucking eats it. But what the fuck is this stupid game? It's all the fucking mumber. Kids are great. And it's actually easy if you run your shit. You gotta run your house. Run your house, it's a fucking nightmare. They just do whatever they want.
Dang, Sneako giving him that yes daddy type of head nod.
Wait, first we'll take, but meeting kids is good. They have
Myron, he gonna get beat up by his kids.
Wow.
By the time his kids turn 16, they gonna be beating him up.
yeah.
A ten's laugh.
And he gonna be talking just like them.
Yeah, I don't know who's watching this for
Yeah,
entertainment
they were
at
out for
all. I
that.
did see this one
She
tweet
gonna end up pressing
convicted of
charges
not
against
being
him.
able
If
to
he
control
better
his
be
feelings
careful.
because, you know, he was around a bunch of top G's getting mogged to death by tens, and he decided to turn his attention to a woman. And not that I want to go down any homophobic rhetoric or anything like that, but I kind of figured out exactly who these guys were after listening to some ABBA and Preach. It's literally clear as day to me that these guys do all this grandstanding and boasting about how many women they get, why they give money to get these women, they can do everything they want, etc., etc. You know, they get the boats, they get the yachts, they get the watches, all this stuff. And ultimately, it's all to impress men. Spend time with your girl.
Only because I think men are the people who like watch their videos. So I like them too. I said I need to start reacting to some of their videos on this channel.
Hey, yay, 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 yay.
That's how they do make some good videos. And they do got a good point though. Nah, he wilding for
That's
whoever
crazy,
doing
bro.
that.
I no longer even know what the mission objective of these creators is anymore. Like, they're not helping men through the self-help improvement route. They're not advocating for this
Nah, they
whole
just
back
trying
door.
to
They're just
start the
literally
movement
up
back up
there
again.
rage baiting and rage baiting and rage baiting, connecting with controversial figure to controversial figure. So much so that they're even going against each other in values and views on the laptop, getting with each other in real life for whatever reason.
Yeah, because I heard Sneako and Amazin going at it
They
one
have to
time.
stay safe because they were around some niggas that they don't even fuck with.
Yeah, he was right. Also respect the fact you covered Nick. Could tell you had his back. Fuck those Israelis, bitch ass Mossad. Yep. Yeah, I was armed, guys. So obviously I was watching Nick very closely.
What?
I had my shit, so I was always ready. You know what I mean?
What?
Literally, Andrew Tate and Sneako were just fighting. But I guarantee you, during that night in which they wanted to stir up momentum, Sneako didn't bring up any of his gripes to his face. Clavicular just went at Andrew Tate saying that he fell off and can't fight. But I know he didn't say any of that to him. But for whatever reason, they still found a way to link together.
This kid shouldn't be in the club. He's 20. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
He's meeting you for the first time. You're his idol.
I understand the point you're making, and you know what? Sneeko has insulted me endless times, especially across the last 4 years. I haven't
Oh,
seen him in years and years and years. But maybe, maybe
to be honest, I didn't even know that.
he's insulted me so many times, and I could sit here and throw him under the bus, but it's just not who I am as a person. I want to meet Nick and Clav. It's Clav and Nick who reached out to me. You're in America. We've never met before. Come through. We're with Sneeko. Is that okay? My reply was Sneeko always has some crybaby issue with me. If he's not going to cry his eyes out, he can come. And he came along and he made a fucking mess. And I could sit here and blame it all on him. But that's truthfully not, I don't know. That just feels wrong.
It looked like you already done did
say
that.
who else it was. I'm just going to say I didn't do it. I'm just going to say that I didn't play the song. I don't find the song funny. I didn't think it was appropriate to do. It's someone else's decision. We can drag him up here and we can ask him why he did it. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps when they said Nick's never been to a club before, I should have thought, Nick's never been to a club before. It's the first time I've ever met him. It might be a funny story. I haven't been in America in a year. You know what? I'm bored. I don't like clubs, but I'm in Miami. Maybe I should go for 15 minutes. Perhaps that was the wrong decision. Perhaps it was. Perhaps I should have.
Oh, he clearing himself away from the situation.
Them again. Look,
Yeah, he did. He said, "Hey, this ain't got nothing to do with me." That's crazy. If somebody like him saying, "Nah, I ain't a part of this," that's crazy.
One thing only. The fall off is
It's like they put it on Sneako. It probably been either put it on Myron because Myron would have just started crying.
Artists and everything.
He probably would have took the blame for
it.
it.
They can't keep it straight, but that doesn't matter because in order to stay socially relevant, they've got to hang out with each other, even if it means ditching your religion, even if it means going against somebody that you just recently.
Do they gotta hang out? Because they said they ain't met each other in a year.
It happened probably 2 weeks ago, and then Andrew Tate lost his fight in which Clavicular called him out a week ago too. Guys, I don't know another way to say this. These guys are fucking losers. And I'm having a hard time finding any genuine people that are watching them anymore. They don't help anybody. They've ditched that. They're not.
That may be the reason why they did this.
They've ditched that. They literally
That's like they bat signal or something.
Each other off, glazed each other up, talked about who's better than who in that own circle, and went home and then retracted all that bullshit saying that they're fearful of this person, that person, the third. The only reason why they got together is because of the social media presence that they bring when they say the most outrageous and crazy things. And
it backfired on this song.
Andrew Tate is saying, yo, this is stupid. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to give a bold prediction because this isn't.
Oh, he made another video?
This is over with. Like, these guys are totally finished. Even within their own.
Oh, I might watch this other one too.
I know nobody has any more grace for any of these niggas anymore, especially the likes of Sneako. This shit is ass, gang. I'm not.
Oh, so they really are putting on. Oh, that's probably what the other video is about.
Now, first.
Yeah, all in all, this is crazy. Just I don't know. It's just you just gotta make better decisions. And then to be honest, the clavicular kid who coming in young and stuff like that, like they just put all this stress and pressure on him, and he just getting into YouTube and stuff like that, or streaming. I think he a kick streamer or something like that. Like he just getting into it, and they all brought all that to him. But I mean, the company you keep, so maybe that's a lesson learned for him. Stay away from that. I know he got the look maxing thing, which that's already weird enough, but that's his thing, and it led him down to these people. All in all, this all seems like clownery behavior. I don't know why they did it and thought that it would be cool, but I think the red pill movement is kind of dying down a lot. And now the people that are the most controversial or saying the most controversial things are all in politics now. They are local politicians that'll be saying stuff like this now. So the fact when they say it, it's kind of fall on deaf ears now. And I guess they was trying to revive it. That when they played their song, that's like their back signal or something like Incels Unite and come find us and stuff like that. But all in all, man, I really could care less for any of them. So it is what it is. You reap what you sow. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.